One of the most simplistic definitions of religion is that it is a social glue. Religions often define a community identity. Just as Christianity is defined as a religion, football can be viewed as a religion of its own. Most Christians attend church and worship God on Sundays. Similarly, most NFL games are played on Sundays. So why is Sunday the day for worship? As found in the Bible, quote, "In 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed." On this day, Christians were to abstain from any unnecessary labor. Though I must note that any Christian would mention they do not limit worship to any particular day of the week. Sunday was chosen for the NFL on more technical or logistical terms. Federal law prohibits professional football leagues from competing with high school football days and college football, which most NFL games are mostly played on Sundays. Like Sunday worship to Christians, football fans do not limit their intake of football to one day. The second way in which I see parallels is the fact that both are days of worship to those participating. Religious experiences are often talked about as gift exchanges. The person practices some form of ceremony or ritual or behaves in a certain way, and in return the mighty being returns the favor with goodness. I see this in football as I do at church. In football, fans revere certain players and think of them as godlike. They make signs about their favorite gifted athlete and try their hardest just to touch the player as if some of the greatness might rub off on them. They will even brave the rain and snow that they will support no matter winning or losing. Many fans even practice superstitions such as not shaving, wearing the same socks without washing them, believing that in return for devoting themselves so fully, they will be granted with a win. Also, the football field is seen as a sacred place of sorts. It is a special moment when players enter the field. It is almost a place of habitation. Likewise, Christians are devoted. Nothing will stop a practicing Christian from worshiping God. Even if something isn't going right in their life, it is common to hear, "God has a plan for me." There are many rituals in church service that serve as the gift exchange between the holy God and the worshippers, such as the breaking of bread and drinking wine. The church is definitely known as a sacred place. The altar with the cross is one place for habitation for Christians because Jesus died at the cross. Lastly, as religion is often spoken about as a formation of community or society, it is important to mention the bond formed between people at both football games and at church. Many fans of certain teams are known as fandoms, such as the Green Bay Packer Cheeseheads or the 12th man for the Seattle Seahawks. There is a common passion and devotion between thousands of people, which forms a special camaraderie. This is not much different from the bond formed by members of the same church congregation. Though the bond may be more subdued, the camaraderie is there all the same. This is especially true in the way congregations will pray with and for each other during church. There is a sense of family that is created when a group of people is so passionate about and faithful to something together. I think it is very easy to make the argument that Football Sunday is as much of a religious experience as Sunday church. We have compared the two on levels of how and when worship takes place, instances of gift exchange, superstition, ritual, and places of habitation, and the bond that is formed between members of the practiced religion.